that's all it is, a third nipple. You know, just your run-of-the-mill third nipple. You can take it off. Just slice that baby right off.
Take your shirt off and let's see what we're dealing with here. What are you doing?
Just showing you my run-of-the-mill, slice it right off third nipple.
Well, that's not a third nipple. First of all...
Because remember, Chandler has a third nipple, and they think it's the same thing. Now, third nipples usually grow on what we call milk lines. If you draw a line from the armpit to the genitals, this is where the third nipple or the supranumerary nipple grows. They could be like a bump or like a nipple. How they happen is during the embryo time, the skin tissues are coming together, and there's a tissue called ectoderm, which will make the skin afterwards. And then these two lines are thick already, and all parts will soften up and make the skin, except for the actual nipples. And sometimes in other parts as well this happens, and we get the third nipple, which is non-functional, and it can be removed easily with a small surgery. If you like to remove it, or if like Chandler you like to keep it, you can keep it.
You know, I have dinner plans.
Now this still happens, like, you know, it happens in a hospital, and you might have seen that as well, like when you're laying on your bed as a patient, and then a group of like 10 different people in scrubs or white coats come in. There's an attending physician, a fellow, 2 residents, 1 intern, 3 medical students, 1 PA student, 1 technician, the nurse, like a team of 10 different people. Now usually they try to round outside, meaning that they talk outside in the hall or in the office, and then go to the patient bedside to talk, and then to see how the attending will interact with the patient so everyone else could learn from the whole experience. Which nowadays the medical teams spend a lot more time by their computers and in the conference rooms just talking about patients, and everything is just through the computer. You know, there's vital signs, there's medication list, there's diet, this and that, and then we have tests for everything. So actually a lot of times going to the patient's bedside and asking something is kind of harder than ordering a test and just, you know, confirming things, which I'm not saying is necessarily bad, because a lot of consults happen, a lot of discussions, and a lot of information coming through these computers. But if you miss that time at patient's bedside and talking to the patient and interacting with them and getting new facts, answers from the patient, if you miss that, then you cannot make it up with anything.
Oh, I think I see the problem. And I'm afraid we're going to have to use a much stronger tool. Love.
Oh, God.
Ross, there is absolutely no way this is going to come off unless you start to...
Ow!
Oops.
What was that?
Well, it's gone.
How's that?
Got caught in my watch.
These doctors exist. Like these practitioners, whatever you want to call them. And a lot of people believe in them with their essential oils and herbs and shit like that. Listen, I'm not rebutting the whole traditional medicine, but because I know that modern medicine is very regulated and the process of producing science is based on a scientific way, I will know what I'm dealing with. Like if you ask me about a pill or something, I will look up the articles, the trials that have been done, and then the regulatory institutions and the guidelines and shit like that, and then I'll be like, now this is proven scientifically to be effective and its benefits outweigh the harms. Now you cannot do that with a lot of these traditional stuff because there hasn't been good trials, you know, good studies. They might work, and a lot of them in fact do. The problem is when we don't have a study, we cannot prove if they're beneficial, and we cannot actually look at the harms because they haven't been studied.
Really, I've been dealing with Dr. Wells.
I know, but I'm a neurologist, and just to be on the safe side, Dr. Wells wanted a more comprehensive overview of your status, so he sent me.
Dr. Wells is a woman.
Again, my friend, sexist cliche, doctor is a he, nurse is a she. No.
That was a test. Good response.
Good twist.
All right, full name.
Clifford Burnett.
Date of birth?
November 16th, 1968.
Age?
Can't you figure that out based on my date of birth?
I'm a doctor, Cliff, not a mathematician.
I like how he acts dramatic. I'm a doctor. Believe it or not, I do have this problem, you know. I cannot calculate the age quite fast from the date of birth. They say doctors are not good at math. Well, they're right.
You're gonna feel a small puff of air in each eye.
What? A small puff of air. Now, come on!
Here we go.
All right.
1.
This is a slit lamp where the ophthalmologist used this machine to look closer into the eye. It has lenses and stuff. It's like a microscope for the eyes. Also, they can measure the pressure of the eye, measure the pressure for glaucoma, because glaucoma is the increased pressure inside the eye.
My brother, the PhD, would like to know if there's any way to treat this orally.
No. Under these circumstances, it has to be an injection, and it has to be now.
Fear of needles, or needleophobia, I just made up that, is very common actually. A lot of people are afraid of needles, and that is why they don't go to the doctors. Like, I know so many of my patients in their 50s and 60s, they tell me, oh, we haven't followed up with a doctor in so long because we were afraid they would want to check our labs, and then that's a needle and I didn't want it. And then turns out they had diabetes for a long time, and now they're losing their kidneys because they never checked.
She pregnant yet?
Oh, this is the semi-private room.
Maybe before I do. Oh, Ross, another contraction.
Oh, okay. Here. That's it.
Oh, that sounded like a bad one.
Yeah, it was.
Mine haven't been so bad. Oh, here comes one now. Oh, that was a big one.
Oh my god, they're having their contractions for the labor, and apparently Rachel's labor is taking so long, which is normal, you know, especially if it's your first pregnancy. It might take, you know, hours, like 10 hours, 20 hours. Everyone's contractions and the feeling from contraction is also different. Like, someone might feel a lot of pain, but someone else could have less pain, or the pain threshold is different between different people. What he had in hand was an ophthalmoscope. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the like button. Also, leave a comment down below what other medical shows do you want me to react to. Watch my other reaction videos right here.